G'day guys, MFWest here, and Antorus raid is finally out, and I did promise you guys that I'll be releasing boss guides for all the bosses in Antorus. Basically what the guide covers is just tips and tricks on how Unholy can perform better in the fight, little tips that can affect min-maxing your DPS and really pushing your pass up as high as possible. So guys, I actually tried to do this back in Nighthold. I only got out 4 or 5 boss guides though. They were met with a pretty good audience, but I really want to focus on this raid and try and get them out for heroic and mythic um, content for the bosses. So yeah, right there guys. So I'm going into this fight with 940 item level. This is for Garothi Worldbreaker, the first boss in Antorus. I'm using best in slot legendaries right now. Shoulders and chest both upgraded to item level 1000. Um, I am still using tier 20. I have not got my hands on 2-piece yet. I do have a fat piece already waiting for me though, but I do need to get my second piece, which I'll be definitely be using. Tier 21 is great guys overall. Might discuss another video for now, but for the kill I was still using tier 20. Feels bad man, but Spectre of Betrayal and Seeping Scourge Ring. Scourge Ring is probably the best trinket that isn't a Pantheon trinket in Antorus Raid right now. If you haven't seen my best in slot trinket guide, go check it out. I posted it about 3 or 4 days ago, going through which trinkets are the best. But yeah, now in terms of your talent setup, standard Dark Arbiter build, guys. Ebon Fever, Pestilent Pustles, Unholy Frenzy, Sludge Belcher. Now, Lingering Apparition is very helpful for when you get Decimation and just running to the middle of the room when that ability goes out. I can't remember what the name of it is, but yeah, Lingering Apparition is just an overall really good thing for us in this fight, and I'll explain about how to use that most effectively in the fight. Shadow Infusion, getting more Death Coils, and of course Dark Arbiter, which is the most memey build right now, and doing insane damage. Unholy is probably top 3 or 4 DPS right now for single target. We are smashing on single target just because of DA, so overall it's pretty good. I will show you guys the log for the fight. Nothing crazy, guys. I did make a pretty big mistake in my rotation. Ended up getting a 96% overall and an 87 for my item level. That will most definitely improve when I get tier 21 and a Pantheon trinket, but that's alright. I will go over my mistakes though, and yeah. Right guys, so that's pretty much everything. Let's get right into the video. Garothi Worldbreaker. Alrighty guys, and here we are. It's a really straightforward first boss, and pretty underwhelming in terms of difficulty. There's just a few mechanics that you need to worry about. You can get pretty bad RNG as a melee. It really depends. Very unlikely, but you can get quite a few of the decimations, I think they're called, where you have to go chuck them out on the side of the room. But pretty much straightforward rotation, guys. I do not get a really good Dark Arbiter. Many other pools further on and before I was getting 50 million Dark Arbiters, but this one's about a 40 million overall. So yeah, sorry, they call Decimation is the name of them. You need to go drop it on the side of the room as you see there, and then you want to run out. Little tip just to maximize your DPS a little bit. You want to walk out with a debuff, obviously like with 2 seconds left. Don't use your Wraith Walk to actually go out to the spot and drop it off. Use your Wraith Walk to get back. And you can actually stay, if you're smart about things, you can come back and in the melee range. As you saw there, little puddles spawn on the ground. You need to soak them. Make sure that you're not going out of your way to the ranged soaks, because the range should be soaking those points. But you're going to the ones that are close to melee. And that's pretty much the fight, guys. This is another mechanic that you have to worry about. But yeah, like I said, I get a 40 million Dark Arbiter. You want to be killing the left one. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, and that's pretty much the rotation. Now I'm just getting into my filler rotation here. Do not stand on those lines of green on the ground. You will probably die. It's pretty straightforward. You can't stand that. Alright, Eradication is the mechanic. You need to run behind or into the back of the room with your raid, where your raid can pop a raid cooldown and soak it. Use your Wraith Walk to get back. I kind of make the same mistake each time of using my Wraith Walk to run to the spot instead of using it to go back. And all that time that you're away from the boss, you want to make sure that you've pulled up your runic power and you're spending it when you can't be doing anything else. And now, guys, I'm just taking advantage of trying to set up my next Army of the Dead DA. So we pretty much kill this boss in 4 minutes, I think. Just check the kill timer on that. but you're basically going to be able to use your Dark Arbiter twice, unless your DPS in your raid is a little bit less than ours, but I'm pretty sure you're only able to use your DA twice. So both times that you want to use it, you want to be very careful about how you use it. As you can see, my cooldown's coming up right now. I Apocalypse and then use Army of the Dead, which is a mistake here, guys. So you want to hold this back until you get out of the next eradication phase. Why? Because if you use it now, like I have, I've used my Dark Arbiter, I'm using it. This can cause this little where you have to kill the turret. It can cause your DA to stop actually casting, and now he's going to cast Eradication. So I'm going to lose out on building up runic power here. So my DA is not going to be that good this time around. It's just going to be, let's have a look. It's going to be yeah, just a 20 million damage, nothing crazy. So now is when you want to be popping your DA, because there's nothing that can really interrupt it besides decimation. But even then, it beats getting stopped by eradication. So that was a big mistake in this fight that I did. I lost out on a lot of damage on my DA. Never going to make that same mistake again, so hopefully you guys don't do it as well. But as the kill times on this boss get quicker, that window that you have to pop DA after eradication will be less and less and less. So you got to be smart about things and make sure that you get it off. But yeah, our raid DPS is pretty good, so we had no troubles getting this down in less than 4 minutes or whatever it was. And that's basically what most of the kills are for this boss. And yeah, that's the boss, guys. As you can see, it was pretty quick and I guess a bit of a pushover. I think I should have pushed around 1.71, 1.72 million DPS for this fight, but that mistake cost me. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the video. That's Garothi Worldbreaker. Now, I will be posting the next few boss guides as well, so stay posted. If you want to keep in contact and talk about Unholy, check out my Facebook and Twitter page at MFWest WoW, where I discuss literally everything Unholy and just stuff like streaming and whatnot. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. And next up is Fellhound. So have an awesome day. MFWest out and stay unholy.